Hello. What a beautiful day. Best day ever. All right, we're going to keep reading. We're very proud of ourselves for staying on focus. And the last chapter was about living the same life again and again. And it wasn't Nietzsche who had that thought experiment. It was Nietzsche. It wasn't Kierkegaard. It was Nietzsche. And he, just wants you to think, what if I lived this life again and again and again and again and again? Of course, probably drinking from the river of forgetfulness in between, because if you didn't, that would be boring and torturous, probably. So if you can live your life, Nietzsche was like, this demon comes in the night and he tells you that you live again and again and again the same life over and over. Do you hug him and be like, you're amazing, thank you for telling me that? Or do you hate him because that's just horrible? You get to live all your beautiful moments again and all of your terrifying moments again. Would you? And you just keep existing. And how does that make you feel about your kiss last night, or the letter you sent, or the damage that has been done on your heart? Okay, so let's find the next chapter. And here we go. Chapter 2. April 19th, 1905. It is a cold morning in November, and the first snow has fallen. A man in a long leather coat stands at his fourth floor balcony in Cram Grassy, overlooking the Zellringer fountain. The white street below, and the street, and the white below, and the white street below. We are just getting off to a fabulous start. To the east, he can see the fragile steeple of St. Vincent's Cathedral. To the west, the curved roof of Zadagoltern. But these are all German names. But the man is not looking east or west. He is staring down a tiny red hat left in the snow below, and he is thinking, should he go to the woman's house in Fridigor? His hands grip the metal baluster. Let go. Grip again. Should he visit her? Should he visit her? He decided not to see her again. She is manipulative and judgmental. She could make his life miserable. Perhaps she would not be interested in him anyways. So he decided not to go see her again. Instead, he keeps the company of men. He works hard at the pharmaceutical, where he hardly notices the female assistant manager. He goes to the baristas on Courtship in the evening with his family and friends and drinks beer, and he learns to make fondue. Then, in 3 years, he meets another woman in a clothing shop in Netschels. She is nice. She makes love to him very, very slowly over a period of months. After a year, she comes to live with him in Bernay. They live quietly, take walks together along the Aare, are companions to each other, grow old and content. In the second world, the man in the long leather coat decides that he must see the Frigidor woman again. He hardly knows her. She could be manipulative. Her movements hint at volatility, but that way her face softens when she smiles, that laugh, that clever use of words. Yes, he must see her again. He goes to her house in Frigodor, sits on the couch with her, within moments feels his heart pounding, grows weak at the sight of the white on her arms. They make love loudly with passion. She persuades him to move to Frigodor. He leaves his job in Bernay and begins to work at the Frigodor Post Bureau. He burns with love for her. Every day he comes home at noon. They eat, they make love, they argue. She complains that she needs more money. He pleads with her. She throws pots at him. They make love again. He returns to the post bureau. She threatens to leave him, but she does not leave him. He lives for her, and he is happy with his anguish. In the third world, he decides that he must go see her again. He hardly knows her. She could be manipulative, and her movements hint at volatility. But that smile, that laugh, that clever use of words, yes, she must see her again. He must see her again. He goes to her house in Frigodor, meets her at the door, has tea with her at the kitchen table. They talk of her work at the library, his job at the pharmaceutical. After an hour, she says that she must leave to help a friend. She says goodbye to him. They shake hands. He travels the 30 kilometers to Bernay, feels empty during the train ride home, goes to his fourth-floor apartment in Cramgrass, stands on the balcony and stares down at a tiny red hat left in the snow. These three chains of events all indeed happen simultaneously. For in this world, time has three dimensions, like space. Just as an object may move in three perpendicular directions corresponding to horizontal, vertical, and longitudinal, so an object may participate in the three perpendicular futures. Each future moves in a different direction of time. Each future is real. At every point of decision, whether to visit a woman in Frigodor or to buy a new coat, or the world splits into three, each with the same people, but with different fates for those people. In time, they are an infinity of worlds. Some make light of decisions, arguing that all possible decisions will occur. In such worlds, how could one be responsible for his actions? One holds that each decision must be considered and committed to, that without commitment there is chaos. Such people are content to live in contradictory worlds so long as they know the reason for each. That makes me think about how I used to, as a kid, have this thought experiment because, yeah, it's just weird that this is how it is, and it's not fair that this is how it is in a way because only one way got to express itself. And I just think it would be fairer to everything and everyone if every way got to express itself. And there are an infinity of universes. But I hear that is not what the physicists have decided on. But there are still a few holdouts for infinite realities. But yeah, I think they're down to like 8 different realities. Because that's how the math works. The math works best that way. Or maybe it was 12. I can't remember. Anyways, love that chapter. Can't wait till tomorrow. Thank you for joining me again. And have a fabulous freaking day. You're the best.